Frauditor Mania. I love you so much. Thanks. You are so awesome. You are super. Eagle Nick says it. You are super. And I thank you.
Are you live right now?
Yep.
La 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 la. I don't care what you say. La la la.
Hi.
Hello.
You're triggering me. You're trying to get me
that's
emotionally active.
I'm not trying to. You're doing it to yourself.
The cameras. Witness.
There's lots of witnesses. We're in the middle of the public.
You stepped in the puddle, buddy. Your sock's gonna get all wet. Your sock is all soaked and wet.
Oh, what an assault.
Fuck you up. Say my mom again, bro. Say my mom again. Say my mom again, bro. Say my mom again. Say it again, bro. Say it again. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Wait.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, it's like I can like stay out here with my camera and stuff.
Certainly.
Yeah. Oh, my name's Russ. Your name, ma'am? Wow. Holy cow. Such rude and unprofessional-ism. Or, I mean, orally or in writing.
I'm gonna shut this window.
Can I-
I'm not agreeing to be in video.
Can I do an open records request? Please?
Let's go.
Don't you touch me. Don't you put hands on me. This is a lawsuit, sir.
Okay.
Everybody see what's happening? Look at this.
They're wrong.
Quit touching my penis! Quit touching my penis! Quit touching my penis! It's not. It's called a public easement. Quit trying to fucking bully me. I know my rights.
Stop. Come on. You're like an old man. And I'm an old man.
Sir, that's not nice of you, sir. That's not nice of you.
Go ask her. Go ask her, by the way. Cocksucker. Hey. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We'll make him pull you out. That's how you tell the kid, right? It's a First Amendment right violation. I'm a press.
Get the f*** off me. Call the police.
No, you wanted to stand there and hold your cell phone in my face is what you wanted to do. Yes, you do. Take your cell phone and go and make your complaint, okay? Okay.
Those are my fucking court records on the floor.
Get this off my wrist!
She has a broken back, by the way, too.
I think that me wanting to know where to find you has anything to do with YouTube. You're sadly mistaken. Your name is going on the lawsuit.
Good evening. Eagle, Nick, Audit. You know what I mean there, Vern. I'm sorry. I don't know why it lags so much on my end whenever I play that intro. So I apologize if you guys were like sitting here twiddling your thumbs for the last 30 seconds. But good evening. Yo, what are we doing? What is this? Live streaming during the week? I know it's been a while. I do apologize. I think the last stream we did, Exposer and I did. Exposer's out of the country. Exposer's completely MIA for the next month. He's enjoying his life for the next month. We're not going to redo our show until mid-October, which will put a community post out. I've just been busy, spending time with a lovely wife. We've gone on a couple of little mini trips. Busy with work, life is just lifing, But it's nice to just be here for a few minutes. Say, hey, what's up, guys? Let's have a little bit of fun, chit chat, Let's gossip. Let's create drama. How's everybody doing? I see a couple of people are here. Adam Strange. Good evening. What's up, Frauditor Busters? Great to see you. Greg, good evening. Greg, I set the stream up not even 20 minutes ago. So There's probably YouTube probably didn't have enough time to actually share a link. So I'm sorry about that. We see Rats to the Moon is here, but she's in Doc's stream. And well, Doc is in the chat. So hey, okay, spoiler alert. Look who we have backstage. Source. Oh, I see. Gotcha. There he is.
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing, Doc?
I am doing good. I am doing real well.
Good. Happy to have you. Hey, look, when was the last time? When was the last time we had a stream together? It's been a while.
It's been a minute or two.
I don't think I don't have we done a stream since I've been married? I've done one.
No, we haven't. No, this is actually the first one I think you've done.
I'm saying, I mean, I've had David. I've had David on. Obviously, I've had David on. It was Exposer. I don't think you and I have actually done a stream. I think it was, which is like the winter time, which is crazy, you know.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a minute, and you know, I think things just kind of got busy because heck, this past weekend I didn't do a stream at all because I was tired, being busy at work, busy you know, with life in general, and I decided I'm going to enjoy football for the weekend.
That's what I was doing. I mean, we what it really should be, it really should be called America's Team. That we are the reigning, defending, undisputed champions of the world. But last Thursday, I enjoyed a little football. I enjoyed watching my team, the greatest team in the world, the Philadelphia Eagles, win the first game of the season on the road to 17-0. Like, yeah. Oh yeah, I enjoyed a little football last week too. I enjoyed a little football.
Oh yeah, it was a good football weekend. For Sunday, I ended up watching Red Zone.
You saw that classic game, Sunday night game, Ravens Bills. You saw that.
I did. I only saw clips of it because after a certain time, I kind of start shutting down because I go to bed early during the week.
It's funny. I actually stay up and watch that game.
Don't start that now.
I was working. I'm sorry. I was working on a project. So I was up, and usually Sunday night games they go way too late for me. Like I can't stay up till 11:30 just to finish football. But I was like working on a project. And I was watching, and I'm thinking, this is the game of the year right here. Like that's just a good game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wish I did catch it, but like I said, after a certain time, I usually just put it on YouTube until I go to sleep.
Right. I got you. Frauditor Watch is here. Howdy, Frauditor Watch.
Hey, Frauditor Watch.
And the lovely Dove is here. Oh, she's on my side now. She hit the likes and we'll go back and forth.
She's giving us the numbers, and thank you very much.
That's so kind of you. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, do you guys want to get a frivolous lawsuit? We're gonna have a look at one of the dumbest, illogical, nonsensical lawsuits I've ever seen. Now, I should really, now that I think about this, let me pull a video up for context. Now, Joe, Joe, this is, I haven't sent you any lawsuits that we're going to go over, correct? You can confirm that to the audience.
Yeah, I have not seen any lawsuits that you're getting ready to discuss. It's going to be interesting.
You may have seen it because I only know one channel that actually covered it. So maybe not a lot of people have actually seen this.
Well, the individual in question has kind of lost a lot of relevancy. Although you can argue that she did not really have much.
Well, okay. Well, you just spoiled. You just said okay. So you do have an idea. So have you seen the lawsuit?
No, I have not.
Okay. So you haven't. Okay. And here's the thing. I've read it, but not like read it. It's like I went through it and I said, "Oh, this will be nice to stream about," but I'm not streaming anytime soon. So now I can really go through it. Now hold on. I can't find the video I did of this incident. Just bear with me 1 second, guys. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So, if you haven't guessed already, now just give me 1 second because the video, I don't know what it is. Like recently streaming, it's like my videos just lag for no reason. So we're gonna come over here. There we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're gonna have a look at this lawsuit by our beloved friend of the channel, Riot Radio Girl, Radio Riot, Riot, whatever. Jessica. Her name is Jessica.
Let's just say Jess. Yeah, Jessica. Okay, yeah, because her name changed.
And here's the thing. I'm not doxing anyone, guys. Everything put on this pleading is public. She even posted the case number on her channel for her audience to look at. And I'm prefacing that because at the end of this pleading, she does something that is really dumb and really unnecessary. And it shows that this was not something that an attorney drafted. This was something that artificial intelligence drafted. And I'm going to prove that at the end of the stream. Now hold on. Now, who is this? Well, no. Now, as you said, USDC for the Eastern District of PA. EDPA is what that's the slang for it. USDC EDPA. That's what it is. Dove, maybe you should drop Will's link. Oh, you're not sub rats? Yeah, because somebody drop my link and I'll drop Doc, drop your link in my chat too. I mean, everyone should know who Doc is. If not, go ahead and subscribe. But yeah, of course, absolutely. But yeah, so Jessica is suing. Make it just a little bit bigger since we have a little bit of space there. There we go. Yes. Jessica is suing Pennsylvania State Trooper Matthew Brennan, Pennsylvania State Trooper Igor Karloff, Pennsylvania State Police. That's the entity. State Police. Thank you, Dove, for dropping my link. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and sub, guys. We're all friends together. And John Doe's 1 through 3. So apparently 3 additional officers showed up. Now, here's the context of the lawsuit. So, complaint for violations of civil rights. So this is a 1983 case, deprivation of rights. That's what this is. Title 42 USC section 1943, deprivation of rights. Now, you know the original video, Doc. You know the original video, right?
Yes, this is the one where she went to the DMV, basically upset everybody in there. They had to shut down until she left, and she refused to leave, and she got arrested.
And that's the gist of it. And it's funny because I'm from Pennsylvania. I got my learner's permit and my driver's license at this PennDOT. So I know the PennDOT. I know it. And that drives me insane. Like, I know this place where this happened. It's crazy. Now Jessica Lee, blah 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 blah, is a resident. I don't want that in any way exploited because she put her address on there. So it's not doxing, guys. I'm not trying to give you her address. She put it on this pleading, which she didn't have to. Now, excuse me, I'm yawning. I'm tired. I'm sorry. Defendants, Pennsylvania State Police, government agency. 2 officers that were the officers that showed up. And then defendants 1 through 3 are additional officers that showed up when she was being arrested. Okay, now. Jurisdiction and venue. This court has jurisdiction, blah, 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 because blah, 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 blah. Now, this is where it's interesting. Right here. Violations. These are what she's alleging. These are allegations. That's why the next part is factual allegations. She's alleging that this lawsuit is the result of her being violated of her First Amendment, Fourth Amendment, and 14th Amendment of the United States Constitution. Now, EDPA, Eastern District of Pennsylvania, that part, Ben Salem, Pennsylvania, that's part of the Eastern District of Pennsylvania, sure. Now, Factual allegations. So what that means is when you have a lawsuit, when you say factual allegations, what you are saying is that you are alleging what actually took place. What you are saying or claiming is facts. And the allegation is you alleging, you claiming what the other party did that warranted you filing a lawsuit in the first place. So factual allegations is you saying this is what I am arguing that person did to me, warranting me suing them. So August 28th, 2023, plaintiff was recording public officials inside a Pennsylvania Department of Motor Vehicle, DMV in Bensalem, Pennsylvania, as a citizen journalist, a constitutionally protected activity. So here's what we're going to do, guys. We are actually going to watch simultaneously the video of Jessica doing this, and we're going to show. So fair use, because I know there's a big bad lawyer out here trying to sue people because of his hurt feelings and his lady boys. But we're going to watch it on my channel, the video I did, which is covered under fair use. And let's have a look and see what actually happened in this video.
Here you go video. What's that? How you doing? You got to turn it off. Got to turn it off. Oh, Hi. I'm here to get the building and.
Well, we have signs that we're not allowed to.
Well, actually, the law, it's a constitutionally protected activity, so I'm allowed to do that. I'm not after anyone's personal information or anything like that.
Understood. Okay, just move from there, because the thing is, you're recording privacy stuff from people when you're not allowed to, but just give me a few minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Let's switch back. Allegation 6, point 6 rather. Plaintiff was approached by employees of the DMV, who we just saw, who requested that plaintiff stop recording. Security guard, that was who started the video, asked plaintiff to cease recording. Both DMV manager, so this is one of her allegations. The DMV manager DMV manager did not make the request to stop recording, and no one asked the plaintiff to leave until the officer prompted the security guard to tell her to leave. That's the allegation. So far, this is accurate. The date's accurate.
Yeah, my memory's starting to serve me a little bit differently, but I say, well, you got documented evidence, so we'll keep on going.
Right. So you're gonna have to play through a couple of minutes. I'm just looking. Play through a couple of minutes. I think it really picks up. Yeah, it really picks up once the officers arrive. So I'm actually just gonna I'm gonna play the video for about a good 3 minutes. Oops, sorry.
Oh my God! Look how long this line is. This is crazy.
And guys, by the way, I just have to preface this. Jessica is insufferable as an auditor. She intentionally makes her videos as obnoxious, hard to listen to, annoying, and just so Karen-esque. It's almost impossible to listen to watch her videos. So, she's the whole, oh, why are people angry? Oh, look at all this. It's so hard for me to ever cover a video of hers. She's that insufferable to listen to. So I'm just warning you for the next. Go ahead.
I'm not ready to say that's almost a rule for all these guys.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. So just a fair warning as we play on for a few minutes.
There's so many people here.
And then this was her argument was, I think in one of her live streams where she's having a total meltdown. She's like, I was there to investigate why the lines are so long and why people have to wait for so long. You're in a PennDOT. What do you mean? These things take time. Anyway, sorry.
Why is it like this?
I understand that playing dumb is part of the game, but quite frankly, that is such a nonsense question to ask. Jessica, this is a PennDOT. Of course there's going to be a lot of people. Of course there's going to be lines. There's so many people here. I wonder why. Like, if her followers really believe this is some type of investigative journalism or whatever she wants to call it, it's total bogus.
Oh, now this is the governor of Pennsylvania. That's Shapiro there. His picture is in every Pennsylvania Department of Transportation, everywhere.
This is just clear evidence that she has no clue what she's talking about, and she just wants to get a reaction. Because you're not just filming the building. At this point, you're filming over counters and filming where people are actually testing. That's a problem.
Due to being that we have a young lady here recording us right now, unfortunately, we cannot call numbers up because we were given information, privacy information. So we're going to have to stop working until she finishes doing what she needs to do. Okay? Unfortunately, I can't do anything to stop recording. So my staff.
So, if you listen carefully, I'm assuming this is a higher up, a manager or whoever.
Mm-hmm.
She makes it clear we have to stop servicing you until she finishes what she's doing. And the reason why she gets arrested is because she indicates that she's not leaving because she, in her mind, doesn't have to. In her mind, she's saying, I'm going to film nothing or film people engaging in transactions with personal information because in her mind, I can't. Because that is what a constitutionally protected activity is.
Yeah. Right. And in order for DMV to protect people's data, PII, they have to stop everything. They have to stop the whole operations. Because what happens at those counters? You're giving addresses, you're giving birthdays, you're giving all kinds of sensitive information. And these guys, they are saying, hey, we're not recording that. Only way the DMV can ensure that's not being
she was filming screens. She was filming paperwork.
Yes, she was. And the only way the DMV can ensure that you're not recording that information is by stopping operations until you leave.
So if you think about it, right, we live in an era where cybersecurity is something that's super, like, it's something that people really are cautious of because cybersecurity, it's essential because people are being scammed. There's so much fraud out there. People's social security, a lot of personal data is out there on the internet because of stuff like this. So of course, this is something auditors say, "Oh, well, we can film this and we can film that," because good thing. So Rat says, "I don't agree with that at all." You don't agree with what we're saying?
Well, I do, like I said, in my field, I do have to I think about information security a lot and what I have to do to protect it. And there is a need to, I do believe that we have the right to feel secure with our papers. And this is that type of situation, feeling secure with your papers, taking your identifications to DMV to get your license taken care of. It's not that security if someone's recording over your shoulder while you're trying to do your work. And like I said before, only way DMV can ensure that is not happening is by stopping operations.
Right. Now, two things I want to address. Florida Watch says, isn't that PennDOT a privately run one? it's a limited public forum, meaning that the forum, yes, people can enter and use for their personal services, but the nature of the forum is not for people to go in and film people engaging in transactions or putting their private information in public. Now, Rats, and this is a very valid question. How many people's information have been compromised because of an auditor? And that's the whole thing. There's a chance that no one's personal information has been compromised. But because of the fact that auditors put people's personal information out in the public, because once something's on the internet, it never goes away. So because it's out there, if someone goes looking for it, an auditor could have it right there in black and white.
And I'm going to say this. First, we have no real way of knowing how much information was gained by an auditor's video. We don't have that. No way of proving it one way or another. But I will say that it's the possibility of it there. And would you get upset if someone was recording over your shoulder while you're trying to do business, while your personal information is out there in front of everybody? I would. They don't have the need to record my personal information, and I have to be at that place.
Yeah, Rats, happy to have you. Hey, look, I'm happy to hear from both sides. That's not a problem whatsoever. And Rats, that's not factually accurate. I'm just going to be honest. They don't always blurt it out. There are many times where they'll record a pleading, or they'll record. They were Jessica just recorded a computer screen while the guy was working on and didn't redact anything. So that sometimes some smarter channels they do, but not all of them. Troll Media Group, just real quick, Joe. Let me just get two things out of the way real quick. Troll Media Group says two-party consent state, Pennsylvania. Absolutely, I'm well aware, and that is a good point. So recording the audio, picking up other people's audio while they're engaging in conversations that the auditor is not a party to. Correct. They can be sued for that because that technically is a crime. Also, we have on panel David Persons. David, welcome.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? Sorry, I had another thing I had to go do on another channel.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I was just going to add that I've seen videos. I am aware of one individual who did get some PI from an auditor video. So it's not impossible with certain software, with certain if that's what your job is, to get data like that. If that's why there's a lot of money in it.
Well, and a lot of people don't realize with the technology today, Rats to the Moon, that's not going to matter with the technology today. People have zoom lenses and lenses that can counteract the computer screen covers and everything else. It is not, the information is no longer
eye. That's why they protect the public's eye, not someone with their cell phone or with their $1,000 camera zooming in on a screen with personal information. Hey, Wyatt, good to see you, buddy.
But the larger point is that you always hear this. There's no expectation of privacy in public. Well, that's not public. That is an office where people are conducting business. That is not a public forum, and nobody has the right to go trying to steal other people's information. I have always been amazed. I cannot figure out why these cops don't arrest people immediately for conspiracy to commit identity theft every time they do this stuff, because that's exactly what they're doing.
Well, when I become a lawyer, which is coming soon, hopefully, the Lord above, we're praying for. That's a charge right there. That's it. That's because, again, it's when you're in these, and I said it before, limited public forum. The nature of the forum is to conduct business where personal information is handed out and passed around. A person standing there with an expensive camera filming that clearly is evidence that they want to steal the person's identity.
Well, now, when they say this nonsense about, you can't trespass my eyes, your eyes don't have a 1x200 focus. They don't have a 1x200 zoom lens. They don't have all this other technology that enables those cameras to see far beyond what the human eye can see.
Right. So Rats, your argument is they should, with all of these hundreds of people here, they should take them all into private offices, close the office door, make sure that it's airtight, and to prevent people from giving out personal information. There is a reasonable measures taken to protect people's privacy from people in the DMV. Again, it's not about taking place in the DMV where the business takes place. We've all been to a DMV, you know how they work. But when you have someone there that's filming and streaming to a random audience, and then it stays posted on the internet, and then when they say, "Sir, I don't want my personal information. I don't want my face. I don't want." Well, face is one thing, but you were filming over me. I don't want that on the internet. You're gonna have to cut that out of your video. Oh well, you're a public, so I can post it on blah 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 blah. And who was the brilliant? So that's the whole thing. Someone can hear it, someone can see it, but the human brain is not. It's not on this side of the earth. Maybe one day, but the brain and the eyes are not in any way made to retain that type of information, where if you see someone's personal information, you'll remember it till the end of time and then can distribute it to an audience. It's not something you take out of your brain and then post on the internet. No, it's one thing where there's someone to the gate next to me. And still, we've been to these type of establishment. You can't hear everything that goes on next. You're focused on your business. But a camera.
Well, all of this is, I mean, there's a bigger point here, though. People should not have to worry about that kind of thing in a place where they go to conduct business with the state that's required of everybody who's driving. They don't have a choice in the matter. They should be able to go there and conduct their business without some yahoo who thinks that they are the only their rights are the only rights that matter, and coming in with some camera or phone or whatever they're shooting with, and quite simply violating everybody else's privacy that they should have an expectation of in a private office. I mean, they keep saying, well, you need to create privacy. That's what they're doing by not allowing you to record inside that building, period.
Well, but that weakens their argument, though, because their argument then is, oh, well, then if you take the measures to make it private. That's what they say. And like you said, by removing the alleged infringer, Doc, I see you have something to say. I'll let you say it in a second. But as you said, David, by removing the alleged infringer, that is the measure they're taking to make it private. By this woman saying, "Hey, we have to make this private. We're not going to. We have to cease business until she's finished doing what she's doing." Then that'll do it. Stefan, you're coming with me with the help of your Bangkok friend. Are you talking? You have a lady boyfriend? Is that what it is? is that how you? LOLsuit. Oh no, the big bad lawyer from Bangkok. That's lonely. Okay, sure, whatever. Doc, go ahead. I know you have something to say. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, take a note where the waiting area is, where everyone's sitting to wait to be serviced, and take a note where the people who are getting service would be sitting if they were sitting at that desk. There's a little bit of distance. You're not going to be sitting at these desks screaming and hollering your personal information where everyone back here can hear it. And there's no way in the world that these folks can hear what's going on, because there's at least 5 or 6 different conversations going on. And plus, these folks, a lot of these people can be talking amongst themselves. And if they're anything like me, I would have my headphones in and just listen to whatever I'm listening to, and pay attention for my number. So, hey, Bookie Worm. So, yes, the human brain will not pick up all this information that's going on. It's just not. They're not going to see the screen, because if you also look, the computer screens would be facing the other direction. But as you said before earlier, she was recording over the counters as much as she could, trying to see if she can get a view of the screens.
Right. I don't want to drag this issue out, because I really want to focus on the allegations, the allegations, and the lawsuit, which are total focus. So I want to play the video on. But here's the whole thing, and I don't have a problem with this. I think it's a good conversation. So, but Rats, you're saying that they're designed to be open. I don't think that these are that Social Security offices, that PennDOTs are an open concept, because one, there's space in between the counters. Two, you really can't, unless you have really good hearing, and maybe my hearing's just that bad. I can't hear anything, any conversation that's had next to me. And here's the thing: when you go to certain offices,
I know, at least my experience, I don't have to give personal information out loud. I'm filling out forms, and they'll just say confirm that this is correct, and they put in their computers, and what they will say audibly is go here or go there.
Part of it is also to answer her question. They redesigned them to be open. I seriously doubt that in their design they sat down and discussed the possibility that some solipsistically arrogant jerk is going to come in and record everybody's information. It just wasn't a consideration at the time.
Well, not even information, David. Record people that could pick up their information. That's the whole argument. We're not saying. I don't think Eagle Nick Audits goes into post offices or anywhere to pick up people's personal information. And Rat said it earlier. She's not talking about every auditor, right? Let's be objective here. Not every auditor does that, but when they do, there are some, like in this case, like Jessica's not there to pick up their personal information, but she could. So therefore, it's not even so much on the conduct of the auditor; it's the rights that the higher ups of the establishment of the limited public forum, they have the right then to potentially remove someone that could be putting the patrons' personal information in danger.
And if these folks don't like it, they need to go get elected to office, and then they can, get a majority on whatever body it is they get elected to, and they can change the policy, and then it'll be fine. And until then, you don't have the right to go in and tell people that you can do whatever it is you want when you can't. Pure and simple.
That is true.
They really start cracking down on this. It's getting ridiculous.
Real quick, Bookie Worm, good evening. Lovely to see you. Roundup. What's up, buddy? All right, guys. I want to play. I do want to play on. But it's not. So
it is illegal to have the personal information in most states. You cannot have somebody else's personal information.
Well,
period.
Okay, so let's just, and again, I really want to move on. That's a great argument for another stream. We can talk about it. Rat, we'll bring you up. We'll have that conversation in the future, no problem. But Rat, you just said it's illegal what you do with it. If you are the owner of a channel that is on a public platform like YouTube, where you have 100,000 subscribers, 200,000 subscribers, where you're going to get 3, 4, 5, 600,000 views, and that information is right there, right? You're talking about what you do with it. If you keep that person's personal information on your public platform that the audience can clearly see, name, addresses, social security, whatever the case might be, do you think that?
And I would refer, I mean, she just said is that there's no law that says that. I would refer her to the Federal Privacy Act of 1974. Or their state, Florida has a good privacy act that says the same thing. Possessing personal information without authorization is a misdemeanor offense under the Federal Privacy Act of 1974, period. And that covers every state.
We're not talking about B-days. We're not talking about birth dates. Birth dates are something, well, I was about to say my birthday, but there's a lawyer out there trying to sue me. But, you can know our birthday. I'm talking about, if a person's on this platform doesn't want to disclose their full name, but then you take a picture of their paperwork and a pen dot where they think, I don't think that's a good example. I don't think that's a good example, Drats. But look, guys, let's that's a great conversation that we really could dig deep in. Let's save that for another time.
But because I just want to point out, it is a crime to possess other people's information without authorization. Period.
A person's birthday. Well,
the big word is without their permission. That is the big word.
And we're talking about protected information, the HIPAA stuff, or your name and date of birth, that kind of thing.
Well, not even that, Rats. My argument would be, well, how did you obtain? If Doc told you his birth date,
see that would be me giving you my permission.
But if you're filming my paperwork with my birth date on it, has my name and birth date on it,
that's identity.
You post it on your channel. Yeah, I understand, and you post it. That's what we're referring to. Not just saying that.
But even under the Privacy Act of 74, even possessing it is identity theft, pure and simple. You cannot possess other people's information without their knowledge and consent. You just can't.
Again, guys, great conversation. Rats, don't get pissed off and leave, please. We love you, Rats. We love you here. what you're saying, I'm not saying is incorrect, but you have your exes. Well, you have that's not what we mean. Obviously, you'd have your exes, whatever. I'm just saying there's a standard that's there, and it's all about being reasonable, and the courts look at that. But it's you can't just. People don't like this, but sometimes you do have to sit on the fence and look at both sides. People's opinion in this society is you have to look at one side or the other. You have to have one stance or have the other stance. I am a firm believer you do have to sometimes take a step back and look at both sides and say both sides have merit.
Oh, I agree completely, but there's no question about this one.
Right. Hold on. Dove said it well. Rats, you may have your ex's social. Dove said at one point you had permission to have that.
Exactly. Yes.
But then again, I won't get pissed off and leave, but I'm leaving to go. Oh, so no, Rats, stay with us, Rats. We love you.
Well, she's
Rats,
not feeling well. She is not feeling well.
You, you know that. We love you, Rats. You know that.
Yeah,
Guys,
she's not feeling well. And be on. Yeah, but if she'll just listen to us on her phone as she's going to bed, we'll guarantee you we'll bore her to sleep.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's fast forward. See, I can't. My problem is I say I'm going to move on, but then I bring up a comment that I disagree with. But it's fine. Let's just play on because I want to get back to the complaint. Remember, guys, we're talking about a complaint. We're going to play.
Thank you, Dove. Dove makes a very good point there.
We're going to. I said yeah. We're going to fast forward. We'll play the video onto allegation. Let's share this. Allegation 7, where she talks about the defendants, both the officers, which talks about what they do when they arrive to the scene. So let's play on. And for the next 4 or 5 minutes, you're just going to see like everyone screaming at her, yelling at her, complaining at her, or whatever.
Thanks for the inconvenience. You gotta stop working because
Here we go.
So that statement right there, let's go. That to me indicates that this is her intention to create the alarm.
Wow. And by the way, guys, this avatar of mine is a throwback. David, Joe, you guys remember this. This is a throwback.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
This is like...
Yeah, I remember that one.
A year and a half ago. That's like my first avatar with my channel of 400 subscribers. Good. Joe, why do you have that? You and Rob use that randomly. Like, what?
All right,
boys and girls, this was my original avatar.
He's got your personal private avatar. You can sue him now.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Let me call the Bangkok lawyer for that. Let's play on.
To, quite frankly, cease business, quite frankly, to be a nuisance. And her whole argument that, oh, I'm fighting for our rights. You're not fighting for anyone's rights. If anything, you're making the rights of these individuals to engage in whatever business that they have to be ceased. So at this point, this is not fighting for anyone's rights. This isn't activism. This is just someone trying to push a narrative of corruption. But again, you're at a PennDOT. Where's the corruption at a PennDOT?
Here we go again. Another PennDOT and another refusal of service, which I believe is against the law. Here we go.
And when you watch this, it's just so funny how in this lawsuits, she cries victim and claims to be a victim when she's the causation of all of the negative slurs and statements and whatever that takes place. And you know what? I am gonna skip. I feel like it's very repetitive. For like 3 minutes, she just gets completely craps on. So let's fast forward to when the big boys show up.
Here they are. The police got here.
You know it's bad when the police get a standing ovation, right?
Yeah. You
When
know.
the police get a standing ovation.
At this point, the decision to leave should have already been made. Okay. Hey
Yeah,
guys, I'm going bye.
That's a little bit past caring, I think. She's in trouble and she knows it.
All right, let's listen to it again.
Here they are. The police got you there.
And you can even look at like the people in line or the people like in the background, the people that are like, how do we take they're like, what is happening? Like the police are getting a standing ovation. Wow. There is wait a minute, whose channel? This is on my channel, right? Oh wait, you're on mine.
No, I'm not mine. So that's your channel.
Oh, this is mine. Thank you, Florida Roundup, for the $4.99 Roundup. Wrong channel. I don't have a voodoo to tase. What do you mean? But hey, $5 my way. Hey,
we'll pass that on to Hez in the morning.
Whoa. Thank you so much for that $2 super thanks. You are so awesome. You are super. Eagle Nick says it. You are super. And I thank you. Give me $1, you make me holler. Eagle Nick, all this.
So, and Friday Watch did just ask a
great question.
Yes.
And go ahead, your take. I'll let you guys.
Yeah. My take is simple: is that a lot of times these are privately owned companies that is providing security, and they don't want the lawsuits that could be associated with it. So
now, part of the reason is it's kind of like with the cops and reasonable articulable suspicion. They do have to have something to remove her from. They can't just say, "Oh, it's her again," and grab her and toss her out. They do have to have some sort of either reasonable suspicion she has done something or is about to do something. They can't just toss her out.
And what it also is these municipalities or these agencies rather, they err on the side of caution to wait for the police to come so that they cannot face any negative scrutiny. If the police, if the police department gets sued because people are accusing, like Jessica's doing, of an unlawful arrest, the police they're not going to be defended. They're not going to whatever. But a small time security company sued, it could potentially be detrimental. Which is why they are instructed, let it play out and wait and see what happens.
Which is why these officers oftentimes let themselves be, that's why they let themselves go through so much nonsense with these people before they do something. That's exactly what you're talking about, Will.
Exactly. Now hold on just 1 second. Actually, let's play on and we'll get. Let me see. Okay. All right. So let's read allegation number 7 from this lawsuit. Shortly thereafter, defendants Brennan and Karloff, both Pennsylvania State Troopers / police, officers arrive at the scene. Plaintiff remained calm and compliant. The officers, however, approached the plaintiff aggressively and asked the plaintiff to go outside to the public sidewalk, and plaintiff complied. Let's have a look at this aggressive entrance by the police.
Well, hey, Will, one thing we ought to probably do here is just judge it by the video too, because I really don't feel right commenting on a lawsuit I haven't seen. But I mean, by the same token, I think we can judge by the video what's happening.
Exactly. I mean, Let's don't take anything we say. Let's just watch the video. Let's watch it.
Here they are. The police got you there.
Can we just listen for a second?
Yes, you can.
Is that possible?
Yeah, you're a little close to me. We can't talk in here.
No.
Get out! Okay.
Come on. Bye, Karen. Let's go.
Go ahead, I'll follow you.
Bye, Karen. Bye.
Hi.
Did you drive?
Okay, here's a very important part of this video. They are police officers. If they tell you to do something, you do it. End of discussion. You don't sit there and tell them what they can and can't do and what kind of authority they do and do not have. You are a citizen. You don't have that authority to tell them anything. You
Man,
do what you're told, when you're told, how you're told, as you're told, every time.
But those guys were so aggressive and intimidating. I was scared. I felt that fear coming through the camera.
All right, so let's and David, there's validity to what you're saying, but I'm saying let's take that concept out and just look at what's alleged in the complaint and what we saw. So she said the officers, however, approached the plaintiff aggressively. Now, in her video, which again, she always does, she always wants to be the victim. She's saying that the officer walked up on her. Let's again watch again. Again, it's the passive aggressive, like again, trying to be the victim. That's did I not show the video? I'm sorry.
No.
Hey, this lawsuit's in the public domain now, right?
Correct. Yeah. It's fine.
Can we just wait for a second?
Yes, you can.
Is that possible?
Yeah, you're a little close to me.
The officer was not close to you.
How is that aggressive?
Not even aggressive. She's saying he walked up on me. That's not walking up on you. That's walking to you to speak in a quiet and calm manner. But again, Jessica is notorious for trying to be the victim, and that's honestly with me, and that's why I cannot cover her channel, because she wants to be the biggest victim in the world when she is the causation of every problem she's ever had. So, whatever. But anyway, going back to the complaint. As plaintiff was escorted outside, Officer Koloff said, "Come on outside. You can record us all you want here." That's what we saw. And this was recorded by plaintiff on her cell phone camera and was posted onto her YouTube channel, exercising her right to pre-press according to the United States Constitution. Which, look, sure, that's what happened. Now, the officers didn't approach them aggressively, right?
Right. I didn't see it. I didn't see anything aggressive at all.
The whole thing is, I'll show it one more time, and then we're just going to play on for a bit. Because I only wanted to be here for an hour. We're already at an hour. My God, things go by so fast when you don't stream often. Well, then again, Joe, you were on for a couple of those 5-hour streams we used to do last year.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
I can't do those no more.
We get fussed at.
And Joe, I haven't forgotten about trying to do a marathon stream. I haven't forgotten about that. Like,
yeah, we need to do that because I had one planned for Christmas Eve and it just didn't go through.
I was talking to you backstage about like my work situation changing. Like, I might be able to make something work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yes, I know exactly what you mean.
Like
I do have some advice for you, and this is a backstage type of discussion as far as your work situation getting ready to change, and I think you would appreciate the advice because my work situation is similar.
In the fall, that's something that we definitely could put in the cards. I think that's totally something I think we could probably get done. But we'll talk about that a little later. Let's watch these officers, quote unquote, aggressively approaching her.
Just real quick, Rats to Moon. Yeah, right now I think she's going by Riot Girl Radio, which I did answer your question in the chat, but she had so many different names. I don't even know what to call her now. So sometimes we might just revert to her as Jessica.
Right. What I'm laughing at. I was like, yeah, we haven't done a 5-hour live stream in a while. You know why? Frauder Watch said, because Mrs. Frauder Mania says no. That's right. She said no.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
That's the truth.
Hey, well, you need to come down to Florida and we can play some pickleball.
Yeah. Anyway, let's look at. I'm gonna play this for a few minutes. Let's play the officers, quote unquote, aggressively walking up on her, and then we'll see allegation 8 in this lawsuit. Let's have a look.
Here they are, looking right here.
Can we just wait for a second?
Yes, you can.
Is that possible?
Yeah, you're a little close to me. We can't talk in here.
No.
Get out! Okay.
So that was from allegation 7, where it says, "Come outside. You can record us all you want." Well, the officer said you can film us, but okay, sure.
lost in translation, but it's the same thing, right? And then
yes,
she went outside, and as she said, oh, she spelled United States wrong, exercising her right to free press according to the untied. The untied states. The untied.
That pretty much says it all right there. Right?
The untied states constitution. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Let's go. Let's go.
Go ahead, I'll follow you. Hi.
Did you drive here? You can come on. Come on. You can record us. What's going on?
Not much. I'm an independent journalist and I'm gathering content for a story.
No, Jessica. No, you're not. There is no story. There is nothing that you're doing other than showing up to this place with the intention of annoying and harassing innocent people. The MO of a frauder, if you guys haven't been able to catch the reoccurring theme.
All right. Obviously, they're recording.
Right.
So they don't want you to record inside.
Right.
And
Point 8 and point 9. Officer Brennan asked plaintiff multiple times to leave, despite plaintiff agreeing to leave the public sidewalk. Now, interesting enough for people to understand, when you're in a shopping center like that, there is no such thing as a public sidewalk. There is a sidewalk that is a part and owned by the private business that owns the strip mall or the land there, but it's not classified as a public sidewalk. That's one thing. But even if that is the case, as she says, Officer Brennan persisted in making unlawful demands for identification and unlawfully questioning plaintiff about personal matters unrelated to their reason for their encounter. Questions about how plaintiff got there. She drove there, where her car was parked repeatedly. Well, you guys tell me, is that accurate in your mind?
Well, they did ask her where her car was. There was a reason why they were asking that, which we'll find out soon enough. But at the end of it all, they were actually doing her a favor.
Which we'll get to. And hold on one second, guys. So, Frauder Roundup for $1.99 says Voodoo. You know what, Roundup? You're getting on my nerves. So you know what? Here. This is for you.
This should be good.
I had to pull that out of the archives. That's the piece Roundup. I had to pull that one out of the
Hey, Roundup, how you doing?
Anyway, but here's the thing. On this channel, we don't play that video.
Whoa. Thank you so much for that $2 super thanks. You are so awesome. You are super. Eagle Nick says it. You are super. And I thank you. Give me $1, you make me holler. Eagle Nick, all this.
Hens is here. Of course, Hens is here.
Yeah, he's here. He's in my chat. His is in my chat.
I'm sorry, Hez. I had to show it because Roundup was annoying me. I'm sorry. Please, Hez, don't sue me. Please don't sue me for stealing.
Oh, I can see it coming, man. I can see
Oh,
this.
no, the tyrant Hezekiah's going to sue me. Oh, no. He's going to get a lawyer from Bangkok to come and sue me. Oh,
Oh man. Oh, I'm scared. Oh man.
Or
I shouldn't have done
actually,
that.
Will, I think I can negotiate a settlement here. If it's okay, Will come on tomorrow and be zapped. How's that?
Well, no. That's what a reasonable person would do. We all know the lawyer and his clients from Bangkok extort people, make fun of them, make racist statements, are misogynists and all that. So Hez wouldn't go for that. 25 there you go. That's what that Bangkok lawyer would try and settle for. All right. Anyway. So watching the video and Hez.
By the way, Will write down 7:58. That's when you lost control of the show. Just want to let you
know. Okay. So we again we're comparing what is alleged to what the video actually shows. That's the point. We're not just like making fun. But again, Officer Brennan persisted in making unlawful demands. If you are detained by the police, now they didn't say she was detained, and officers can ask a person to voluntarily give that information. If the person doesn't, then yes, if you are detained by the police, they can not forcefully, but they can insinuate, "Hey, we have the authority to get that information from you." That's where we were at. They were hoping that she would not get to the point where she would be detained, but because she wasn't leaving, yeah, she was detained. Now, and then unrelated matters, they are very related, which she has a huge problem with, which we'll get to. But let's play on with the video.
No, that's the only reason we're here. That's it.
Right. I'm sure you guys know it's a constitutionally protected activity.
No, they don't.
I'm covered by the First Amendment if I get raised.
You can film out here. There's someone.
Actually, I am allowed to film inside. I have the laws with me, so.
Yeah, do you have your ID or you have any sort of identification?
So they're trying to violate my First Amendment right, and I'm not going to let you violate my Fourth, sir.
I am getting exhausted by.
You know what? Angry Freuder Mania with Angry Elmo was about to explain why the Fourth. Why this emoji is how I feel every time I hear that. This will explain why it is a bogus argument that. All because the police ask for your identification. It's a Fourth Amendment violation. Let's listen to Angry Elmo, shall we?
These frauditors using this Fourth Amendment argument. The Fourth Amendment protects people from unreasonable seizures and searches of their personal possessions. Identifying oneself is not an unreasonable request, especially if you are suspected of committing a crime, which at this point is trespassing. Like, they use this and they think that it's like some loophole. That's not in any way, shape, or form what the Fourth Amendment says. And then, hey, let's take it a step further. Nothing's being seized. You are identified, and then your possessions are given back to you. So this whole, I don't consent to searches and seizures, blah, blah, that argument is just total nonsense, guys. Just throw it away. Keep that in 2024, please.
Well, they apparently it's still in 2025. I like the conversation, guys. I dropped the link to if you guys want to come on panel. Hez, you're in the chat if you want to come up. Wyatt, I don't think I've had you on the channel. If you want to come up, sure. Whoever wants to come up can come up. Roundup, come on up. Whoever. But yeah, so again, it's Raphael. The unreasonable part of the Fourth Amendment. That's the whole thing that they forget. And it's not unreasonable to an officer who is investigating a potential crime to identify the person that is the causation of the potential crime being committed. That's what it is. Then Doc posted on his side. Sure. Let's have.
Hez was over on my side, so that made sure.
Okay. Oh, Hez on your side. Hez, yeah. I'm the one. I'm the one. Hold on. I'm the one that showed the audience here. Hold on. Where is it? That she said untied. That she said untied state constitution, not united. So come on. Why are you on his side? You should be on my side.
No, he's good at it where he's at. He can hang out on my side. I also got Kate said over at my side too.
Yeah, Katie's.
Why doesn't anyone ever respond to me in the chat? Oh well.
Are you in the chat? What did you say?
I don't know. Nothing.
Anyway, I'm surprised. So, Victoria, that's such a good point because she puts that in her complaint. And my whole argument is she brings up things that cannot be proven in court because there's no proof that anything that she alleges actually took place.
let's So let me see. This point. Okay.
Hey, Katie Z is here.
Okay, I'm gonna play on for a couple of minutes, and then we're gonna look at point 9.
They determine you're trespassing right now, so basically we need record that we made.
They can't trespass me from a public building.
Look on that.
That my Texas help before.
Do you have your ID? Do you have your name, date of birth?
Why would you? Again, they're trying to violate my First Amendment right, and you're trying to violate my Fourth, sir.
Just let me hear me out.
Well, ID isn't. You can demand it all you want, but I have a Fourth Amendment right, don't I?
Against unreasonable
Sir, if you try to violate my rights under color of law, that's a violation of 18 U.S.C. Section 242.
No,
deprivation of rights under color of law.
Once again, Jessica shows her ignorance where she believes that anything that some other frauder that she idolizes says is reality when it's not.
David, real quick, and I don't want to keep going back and forth about this. It's a good conversation, but just not for now. But in the chat, Rats is asking if you could just drop the law that you mentioned, where it mentions that having possession of someone's personal information was illegal. Can you just type it in the chat, please?
Privacy Act of 1974. It's easy.
Say again.
The Federal Privacy Act of 1974.
And make sure you're on Doc's side. I think she's on Doc's side, not mine. If you just put it in that chat, just so she has it. That's all. I appreciate that.
Because when you look at the law that she's quoting, the law is saying that when there is a right that is protected under the Constitution and that is deprived, then yes, a person could have a claim. But this is a non-issue here. She's in a limited public forum, which is protected under the forum doctrine. Therefore, it is not in any way depriving her of her rights because she is entering a forum where her rights are not unfettered. But Jessica doesn't understand that. So this whole argument that, oh, here's the law right here. She can't even apply the law correctly, and it's pathetic.
Okay. Is that in that paperwork?
Uh-huh.
Can I see it?
Sure. Top one. I also have the ACLU if you want.
What's that?
I quite honestly did get a little bit of a chuckle out of this because multiple times in this video she's going to say that one of the laws, quote unquote, that she has is the ACLU. But
the ACLU is not a law. If the ACLU says something, ACLU is SPA, is Pennsylvania. If they put an article out or if they have an opinion, it's an opinion that's not backed by law or fact. It's simply an agency's opinion. But you're quoting the ACLU as if it's law. Like that's what's the dumbest thing in this entire argument.
That's the dumbest thing. I think there was a lot of dumb things in this one, but
well,
that was
okay.
the dumbest.
For those that don't know, the ACLU stands for the American Civil Liberties Union. That's what the ACLU is. A lot of people don't know ACLU. You know that union. It's a group of people that stand for people's
It's a nonprofit organization.
Nonprofit organization. You know, that's like if David, Joe, and I opened up a nonprofit organization and called it SCARS, hypothetically, right? Let's say we open up one
right now. We're gonna get another lawsuit now.
Oh no, they're gonna sell. Tab is gonna sue us. The points, and then we started making opinion as facts, and then auditors went out and quoted our opinions as facts. That's not facts. That's not. But she repeatedly in this video quotes the ACLU as opinion as facts, which is not accurate.
The ACLU isn't a law. It's a civil liberties union where they promote and remind people of their rights. But that's not law. All because the ACLU says something doesn't mean that it's a binding law, Jessica.
You can see what my rights are.
Okay, so what's your first name?
Sir, I'm not giving you. That would be a violation of my Fourth Amendment right.
Here? You live around here?
I'm not answering questions, sir.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm an independent journalist. I'm gathering content for a story. I made sure that this is a public building before I came here.
I didn't ask you that.
Right. I was giving you information to be nice.
I'm trying to be nice. I'm just asking for your name.
It doesn't seem like it, because you keep trying to violate my Fourth Amendment right over and over and over again.
again, she's talking about being nice, and then the officer is going above and beyond to try and help her. Let's fast forward. I want to fast forward to where she actually gets arrested.
I would hate to see what she would think mean is. She keeps on saying he's not being nice to her, but he was being very nice during that interaction.
But this supports, and again, I only wanted to be here for an hour. We are going to have to wrap this up in the near future, or else the wife isn't going to be angry. But let's go back to the complaint brief and look at point 9. Plaintiff refused to provide identification because no law was being broken. The officers had no lawful reason to demand ID according to the Fourth Amendment. Again, that's just factually inaccurate. I'm not going to say it's dumb. I'm not going to say it's stupid. I'm not going to call Jessica names. It's just wrong. It's an inaccurate interpretation of the law. So we're going to fast forward to point 10. Despite plaintiff's compliance and explanation of her constitutional rights as free press to record public officials and public servants in the course of their duties, Officer Brennan decided to arrest plaintiff for disorderly conduct and trespassing, charging plaintiff with offenses she did not commit, and plaintiff was subjected to 6 months probation based on false charges. Let's have a look at that taking place.
Why do you keep asking me if I drive here? Why do you want my car?
Okay, so
I took an
I'm
Uber
asking you to
here.
leave. You keep talking. Okay, so right now conduct being disorderly.
I mean, Roundup, did you get a raise or something? Like, I mean, Jesus, you're just, guys, follow Roundup. Please, I have to take the wife out for dinner on Friday, and please, I'm broke. $2 super chats, they all add up at the end of the day, but thank you. Hold on, I got a video for you, Roundup. Hold on.
Whoa. Thank you so much for that $2 super thanks. You are so awesome. You are super. Eagle Nick says that. You are super. And I thank you. Give me $1, you make me holler. Eagle Nick, all this.
Oh, there you have it, guys.
And of course, we've seen what happens when you give him $10.
So, yeah, how about that?
So that's actually your arrest.
Disorderly because I'm trying to have a conversation with you?
I'm trying to tell you to leave.
Okay. Under threat of arrest.
No, they're not going to
And
play
what,
your little game.
okay, you guys, Pennsylvania State Police, where do I go to, file complaints against you guys? Like, where?
Supervisor, I can bring it there right now.
Oh, yeah, could you please call supervisor?
Will you leave?
I'd appreciate that. Could you please call supervisor?
Answer, will you leave, yes or no?
Can you call a supervisor at least, please?
Will you give the phone to him?
No.
Why, what?
Will you give the phone to him, please?
Why?
Yes.
I will leave under threat of arrest, sir.
Well, now you're under arrest for disorderly conduct, please.
Sir,
There you have it.
I'm always amazed that they're trying to get these guys to say under threat of arrest. Like somehow it gives them standing in court. It doesn't. I've never understood that one.
So she did get 6 months probation, which means she was found guilty in the court of law, and she still thinks she get okay. Never mind.
So let's just go through. Let's go through the
Did
rest.
any other courts reverse? Did any courts reverse that decision, or it was just she's okay?
No, I think she had to. I think she lost all her appeals that I've heard about. Anyway, I hadn't heard.
She's lost all the appeals. Now,
that's going to be thrown away just because of that right there.
There's a lot left here. I may have to make this a 2-part stream. Like we come back like tomorrow or something. Whoa! Thank you so much, Greg, for $5. Said Eagle Nick will love Will. Will love Will long time. Eagle Nick will like Will's Bangkok.
I could have gone all night without that image in my head.
Hold on, Greg, you deserve it. Here you go.
Whoa. Thank you so much for that $2 super thanks. You are so awesome. You are super. Eagle Nick says that. You are super. And I thank you. Give me $1, you make me holler. Eagle Nick, all this.
Greg. 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 Oh, no. Oh, hold up. Sorry, I'm lagging. Greg, thank you. Thank you for the $5.
Hey, this keeps up. You'll be able to take your wife to McDonald's.
Yo, yeah. Look, the $10 in super chats. Yeah, that's a McDonald's. Yep. That's 2 snack grabs, a medium fry. Just need $2 more to get us a drink. There you go.
Yep, there you go.
Now, just real quick, guys. Just to say a quick thank you. I love you all. Just gifted 5 channel members to the channel because without you guys, there is no me. Oh Wyatt, hold on. You guys remember that stream where we were trying so desperately to get Wyatt Wyatt, we got you one, buddy. We got your channel shit, buddy.
But did you see number 5?
I didn't get there yet. I just see for Order Mania, get the 5 channel memberships. Wyatt, Southern Yankee, Lesonator, Allie Benny. What? Oh God! You know what? I think we've made peace. I believe. I you know, VOP for the people that don't remember. When I first started my channel, VOP was a very loyal supporter of mine, but then she took something I said out of context, and then all of a sudden I was her worst enemy, and then she was going on channels saying I was her worst enemy. I'm that type of person. I do my best to look for the best in people, and I think VOP has a good heart. I just think she misunderstands things. But VOP, if you're here listening, I'm happy to have you here. Thank you for supporting my channel. You're one of the originals, so thank you so much. That's all I'm gonna say. Whoa! We got another dumb dare $2. Hold on 1 minute. Let me get this video dumb dare.
Whoa. Thank you so much for that $2 super thanks. You are so awesome. You are super. Eagle Nick says it. You are super. And I thank you. Give me $1, you make me holler. Eagle Nick, all this.
Thank you for thank you for the $2. Roundup said 29, my ass. So guys, so you guys know Eagle Nick is 78.
I heard he was like upper 50s.
He's 57. He's 57. He's the
oldest. He looks like he's in his 70s.
My dad.
Those are hard years on that man. Those are hard years.
My dad looks 30 years younger than him, and my dad's a good 20 years older than him. So
yeah, I mean, you look at him, and you can tell he had some hard living. He had some hard living.
Crazy. All right, guys, what we're gonna have to do, and David, Joe, we're gonna have to do a part 2 of this. I want to do it for a couple of minutes, but I gotta wrap this up in the next 5-6 minutes. But let me see. So point 10, 11, 12 points. 10 through 12 are the typical fraud or waffle. Oh, well, he said I was a disorderly conduct because I wasn't leaving. I stood for my rights, yada, yada, yada. I asked am I being detained? And then, I got arrested. 13. DMV security guard and Officer Brennan's promptly told plaintiff, you got to go. All right, well, that's it right there. Limited public forum. An agent of the forum told you to leave. You don't leave. Okay. But then she said, you can come back for service, but you can't record. Plaintiff was then asked by officer if she would leave and exit the sidewalk, to which plaintiff said yes and agreed to leave. Plaintiff was asking for the directives to their police department so she could file complaints on officer for violating her constitutional rights. And then this is disingenuous. And that's when Officer Brennan arrested her. She's making it sound like because I said I wanted to file a complaint for you violating my rights, that's the reason why I was arrested.
In all actuality, she was never trying to leave. I don't remember her saying anything about directions, but it was constantly she was starting to ask for the supervisor and was not trying to leave.
Right. Now, during the arrest, Officer Brennan and Officer Karloff violated plaintiff constitutional rights by performing an unlawful search of plaintiff persons without and belongings without consent or probable cause. What? I'm so tired. I'm sorry. Violating plaintiff's Fourth Amendment rights. So, what is the probable cause for this search? You guys tell me. You're not lawyers.
What's the probable cause? The cops had to arrest her? Or
she was arrested. She's going to jail. Yeah, she's going to get searched.
We just got. I'm so tired. We just got another $5. Hold on 1 minute. I'm tired. Hold on. Hold on. Wyatt, you're 58. Wyatt, you know that there's scrutiny about you on the internet or whatever. And how does it feel to know that you look 30 years younger than Eagle Nick and you guys are the same age? How does that make you feel? But thank you for the $5. You need to use the sound effects that comes with StreamYard. Joe, we haven't talked about it, but I think we're on the same page. The StreamYard's just severely overpriced. But
the paid version is overpriced, but I think I'm going to convert back over to the free version since I don't stream as often.
That's something I'll consider, the free version. I will consider that because StreamYard is much better than Restream, but Restream is much cheaper. But we'll figure it out. Hold on, anyway, here you go.
Whoa. Thank you so much for that $2 super thanks. You are so awesome. You are super. Eagle Nick says that. You are super. And I thank you. Give me $1, you make me holler. Eagle Nick, all this.
Thank you. Strange year. Do you feel remotely guilty about making so much more tips than Eagle Nick does his own words? Nope, not whatsoever. Not whatsoever. Not at all. Okay. All right. We gotta move on. So during the arrest. Okay. So again, I'm gonna ask again. What was the probable cause?
Well, it's interesting if you actually read the statute, Title 18, Section 3503 is criminal trespass in Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. And basically it says a person commits an offense if, knowing that he or she is not licensed or privileged to do so, he or she enters, gains entry by subterfuge, or surreptitiously remains in any building or occupied structure or separately secured or occupied portion thereof, or breaks into any building after having been asked to, requested, or otherwise indicated that they are required to leave the premises by a person. I'm sorry, I can't read that. By a person with authority to do so. That's it. There you go.
All right. Now, point 15. During the search, Officer Brennan made derogatory and offensive comments suggesting plaintiff was a criminal and deserved what he was doing to her, while she cried throughout the arrest, and every other word out of Officer Brennan's mouth was obscenities. So first of all, she was crying, and it doesn't surprise me because we've seen live streams of hers where she's crying after she's been arrested and like complaining, like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm a victim, and blah blah blah. Which is
I'm sorry, I misread that last part. It just says breaks into if a person gains entry and then surreptitiously remains in any building.
Well, we read the statutes, we understand it. That's fine. Point 16. Plaintiff disclosed being a rape survivor. If I'm a lawyer, objection. What relevance does her being a rape survivor have to do with any of this? She committed the crime, so how she reacted to the crime or how she felt about the crime because of her past experience has no relevance, because again, she is a perpetrator of the crime and she was given notice that she was committing the crime.
Now that could be entered into mitigation at after the initial part of the trial, but that's got nothing to do with her committing the crime.
Correct. And then after she disclosed she was a rape survivor and then requested a female officer search her, but Officer Brennan replied, well, you play stupid effing games and you win stupid effing prizes. Officer Brennan invasively searched plaintiff 3 times total, which caused, again, severe emotional harm to someone with a trauma history, to which plaintiff's psychiatric and mental health therapist agreed. So right here in the complaint, if there's a big report that this officer did that to her, she should have attached, it should have said, It says, see attached copy of plaintiff's mental health therapist attached here to its exhibit, whatever. Plaintiff has been in therapy since 2000, and everything that happens in plaintiff's wife is recorded by doctors and mental health specialists. She never once attaches that to the complaint, which she should have done if that is an actual argument. What it really is that she is being a baby, playing victim, and that is the reason why she mentions that.
Well, and she got caught in the same thing that all these people get caught in this. Well, I was about to leave.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to also add this too: is that how many times has an officer been told, "I'm a victim of this," or "I'm a victim of that," and if you really start digging, you find it's BS. That's just something that person is telling them. So the officer is not going to take her word for it right then and there on the scene that she was one way or the other. He's probably heard that statement probably about 4 or 5 times just that week from a female suspect.
I just want to make mention from point 15 to the end. There's take notice specifically at what the narrative of this complaint is, and I'm going to say something at the end. I'm going to read through it. 17. Plaintiff was subjected to a humiliating and unlawful search of her body, which resulted in significant emotional distress, including but not limited to anxiety, panic attacks, and lasting PTSD symptoms into the present. That's what happens when you get searched. Whatever. Point 18. While handcuffed in the back of Officer Brennan's police cruiser, Officer Brennan said, I can't let you go back to that property. That would be trespass. I need to have to drive your car from the DMV to the police department. And plaintiff asked if a warrant was needed to touch her car. Officer said, why? What am I going to find inside your car? Brennan took off the plaintiff's keys out of purse without warrant or consent, seized, searched, and drove her car from the DMV, blah, 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 to the police department. And Brennan admitted on stand, but it said the officer was doing the plaintiff a favor by driving her car and violating her constitutional rights. So what happened was she was arrested, and her car was going to be towed and incarcerated. The officer said, look, it's not far. I'll do you a favor. I'll just move your car to the police officer's lot so that.
Besides that, her own motion there is going to scuttle her. There's judicial notice that another competent authority, another judge, has said that the officer was doing her a favor, that there was no crime and there was no violation.
Well, I was gonna get to that.
Oh, sorry.
No, but that's a huge argument. She keeps quoting the other judge, and then Kenny, as you said, another authority made a decision on many of the merits of this case. Mm-hmm. So therefore, her suing for civil damages, a judge will look at this and say, well, a judge already said that you were in the wrong, so why would I give you anything?
The only thing that this would actually be in effect is if the officers actually found something in the car, only by just get into the car and driving it there. Because they didn't have a search warrant.
Well, I doubt they would need one anyway, because anytime you arrest somebody, there's a search subsequent to arrest.
Well, inventory of the vehicle if it was being towed.
But Doc is making such a good point. If the officers arrested her and they found something that would add an additional element to the charge she already was convicted of,
yeah, they would have put it in.
That's huge. So, Joe, that's a great point. But that's not what this is. She's litigating things that already were litigated, where the courts already ruled that she was at fault for.
And she was convicted. So she doesn't.
And here's the other thing. I want to just quickly go on. Okay, let's go on. Well, let me see. Okay, what we read already, if you notice, Jessica is putting a narrative to something that we have no evidence of. When technically, those paragraphs are hearsay.
Mm-hmm.
She's testifying in this pleading what other parties said when there's no evidence to back it up. Because the simple way to dismiss all of this, put Officer Brennan on stage. Did you say this? Officer Brennan can say no. Did you say that? Officer Brennan can say no.
Now, this is what drives me nuts. 19 to 20. 19 to 21. Officer Brennan took plaintiff's car keys. Oh, I read that. I'm sorry. Number 20. Following plaintiff's unlawful arrest, defendant Brennan bent the plaintiff over in front of him and put ankle shackles around her ankles so tightly they were cuts, bruises for 2 weeks. And Officer Karloff laughed at plaintiff while she cried and tried to walk in ankle restraints so tight she cried. Again, trying so hard to be the victim. When did she ever say in any of her live streams that the officer bent her over in front of him and he put ankle shackles on her ankles? Like, what? That never happened. In court, district attorney used an edited video. Where did she get the edited video from? A plaintiff YouTube channel. Blah, blah, blah. Prejudicing the trial. Judge mocked the plaintiff's mental health disorder as bipolar, denying plaintiff a fair trial. Again, and I think, Joe, I think you said it. We need to see the transcripts of that.
Well, I'm going to also say this: if you're going to put a video out on YouTube about your court case, you better be ready for someone to use it against you.
Oh, wait, never mind. I'm going to get a popsicle. Never mind. Okay.
Popsicle? Hey, where's my popsicle?
Rats, you're right. You're right. Because they do an arrest doesn't mean the arrest is legal. But this was already adjudicated in court. They looked at the facts. Jessica litigated this previously. Rats, understand that. Same evidence, same allegations, and the judge found against her favor. All because the police arrest someone, you're right. Doesn't mean it's legal. That's why it goes to court. But it went to court already. And remember, she's not suing for criminal damages against the police. It's for civil. Meaning she wants to get paid because she's butthurt about the arrest. Now, I gotta move on. Causative action. There's a lot of God. I can't. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, stay tuned for part 2, fellas. I'm sorry, I gotta go. Oh, Rat said part 2. Oh, there's a part 2. I'm sorry. Part 2 said, and she could lose in a lower court, but wait, that is true. That is true. But again, because to win in a higher court, Rats, you have to have evidence that's so substantially different and that a higher court would look at and say, hey, that's a good point. And what the higher court would say is, hey, give me proof of that or give me proof of this. But Jessica doesn't have that. She's putting words to a conversation that never happened, that she would need the other side to say under oath, yes, I did say this. Yes, I did say that. But I'll be honest, a lot of like what she's alleging in some of the paragraphs, it's like it's not a deprivation of rights. It's like she's saying, "Oh, the officer used the F word a few times." I thought, so what? That's funny.
These folks all need to go actually read 1983 because 1983 is you've got to really substantially violate someone's rights, and these guys have no idea what they're talking about. It is, I mean, go read it and you'll see what I'm talking about.
And I have a hard time believing that the officer did say the F word because he was very, very nice, very, very polite. Now, yes, it was being recorded. I will see that argument coming in, but I have a hard time believing that he wasn't mad. He was so chilled. I have a hard time believing that he would start talking that way to her. Again, as you said before, we don't have any evidence that he did.
Exactly.
And it's up to her to prove that he did in the court of law.
Correct.
No, you're right. This entire case is hearsay.
Bookie Worm said, and that's the whole thing, David. Absolutely. Bookie Worm said Jessica's defaming those officers. I agree because someone people on her channel, she still has she still has 16,000 subscribers. I'm curious how she still has them. Like she hasn't posted any content. Sure, whatever.
To be fair, how many times someone subscribes to a channel and never unsubscribes?
Yeah, that's true, fellas. I legit have to go. Like I can't even hang out backstage with you guys. The wife has been patient. I told her an hour. It's an hour and 35. Part 2. Should we? Hey, what What the heck? Can we try
Yeah,
and do a
what
part
the
two
heck?
tomorrow night? Tomorrow night? Can we try and do a part 2 tomorrow night?
Yeah, we can try to do a part 2 tomorrow night.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yeah, because here's the thing. The allegations are what's there. It's interesting when you look at the causes of action and then the different counts, meaning all the things that all the crimes she's quote unquote alleging took place and the damages she's trying to seek. I think that's a completely separate argument. So I won't say we'll be back tomorrow. Who is that? This a dog? Hello?
That was my dog saying hi.
Oh, I'm not gonna. She does not. Jessica has 29,000 subscribers. No way. No freaking way. I'll check. If she has 26, I'm gonna be so mad. All right, guys.
Hey, give me 3 to 5 minutes of your time out backstage because I want to give you a couple pieces of advice about.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
No promises, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We'll be back tomorrow, but we'll probably be back tomorrow. If not tomorrow, maybe Friday, maybe next Monday. We're gonna have a part 2 very soon. So, thank you all so much for being here, Joe, David. Thanks for being here.
See you later. Great
and, yeah, there you go.
Now, everybody say goodbye for about the 7th time to the newest Frauder Mania YouTube handle he has created. Go create you a few more because Eagle Nick Audits is fixing to send you out the door.
Oh, what an assault.
Fuck you up. Say my mom again, bro. Say my mom again. Say my mom again, bro. Say my mom again. Say it again, bro. Say it again. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, boy.
Are you serious right now?
Let's go.
Don't you touch me. Don't you put hands on me. This is a lawsuit, sir.
Okay.
Everybody see what's happening? Look at this.